Let's take garbage and make it shine. This whole project is asinine. Waste some time with me, I can guarantee this old junk will soon toe the line.
We polishing turds, mediocrity curd. I can't find the words, this song is absurd. We're polishing turds, we're polishing turds.
All right, real good stuff doers. Welcome back to another unbelievably exciting episode of Polishing Turds. You know, there are other channels that think they're as exciting as this one, but so far, in my opinion, unsuccessful. This is where you're going to achieve maximum excitement. Today we got some new parts showed up, so we're going to try to get some of this to jump up on the old 2-runner here. Everybody seems to be in agreement that it needs to stay the 2-runner and not the LS1 runner. So I guess that's what it is. First of all, we got a brand new radiator support, and it looks to be the correct one this time. So we'll probably try to get that on here first, because everything else kind of has to fit within that framework. So that'll be job number one. We have a new aluminum radiator that Lee says will fit.
It will. It'll fit.
Okay. It looks kind of big to me, but who knows? I don't remember how big the old one was. It just looks tall, but it should be. It's a cheapo, but it's aluminum, and you know it's an aluminum engine, so maybe it'll be up to the task. We'll try it.
It's from Tokyo.
Right. It's from Tokyo, straight from Tokyo, where this thing came from. So maybe it'll work out. If it doesn't, we'll do something different, but it'll get us going. So what else we got? We're gonna try to do a bunch of tubing today, and from Holly, we have a couple of their Frostbite intercoolers, air to air. Intercoolers, one for each turbo. We got 2 turbos, we gotta have 2 intercoolers, right? That's the way I think about it. So we're gonna try to put kind of one on either side, and we'll try to get these on here today as well. That way we can start running some tubes, welding some tubes together. And speaking of which, our old tubes, we found out in the comment section last time that these tubes are all gonna blow up because we didn't back purge.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
sad.
yeah, the Instagram welders were letting us know about not back purging our welds, and this is now doomed to failure. But anyhow, let's bolt some stuff on here and try to make a little progress. All right, intercooler tanks are going in thusly. We think this isn't quite going to plan because I didn't think this radiator, the old one, was as long as this one is, but we're still going to make it work. Lee's kind of making some mounts for that to get this in place, because it needs to be in place before we can figure out, before we make sure we can do all the other stuff. And I'm replacing sway bar bushings, because these are all squirted out here, as you can see, and one of them broke taking it apart. So with all the added horse torques, I was about to put me in the ditch. So it's a good thing we changed that. All right.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. The corn pop was a bad dude.
Let's go and all the way. Empty shells are here to stay. Dipshit journalists tell you lies. Our world order. Open your eyes.
Long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
He almost lost his cat. He don't know where it's at. He almost lost his vet. He still ain't found it yet. He almost lost his cat. He don't know where it's at. He almost lost his vet. He still ain't found it yet. He almost lost his cat. He don't know where it's at. He almost lost his vet. He still ain't found it yet.
All right, so we made some progress here. Our intercoolers are on, as you can see, and they are sweat paint. They're we don't have them bolted tight, but they're stout. They're not going anywhere. Now the plan is we're gonna fabricate some sheet metal scoops that go here to grab air and force air up through these so that they flow and are effective at speed. And down in here, you can see we cut the exit tank and plug those holes and then exit out the top. So we're going to head up to the throttle body from here. In here on the side, out both centers towards the throttle body. Radiators in, you can see we're really tight, so it's going to have a pusher. We'll get that in the next few days. We'll be getting some radiator hoses on here, and the next will be a bunch of tubing. We got a lot of work to do there. Our headlights, brand new, and I guess we're going to get some brand new bumpers and grills and all that stuff. The snowball effect is in full effect, I guess you could say. All right, so the next thing we'll do is take a look at we've acquired a used rear end. I'm going to get some guts out of that. Did that so this thing can remain mobile. We just got another one, but anyhow, let's take a look at our rear end. Also, all you internet sleuths, we didn't weld that. That wasn't us.
Wasn't me.
No, that's pure. That's how they weld in Japan, apparently. That's pure Japanesium, so not us.
No backflow.
No back purge.
Yeah.
All right, so today I've got a rear end out of some kind of Toyota that has a similar, these things have a hogshead, removable chunk. So today I'm gonna unload this thing and tear it apart, get the hogshead out so that we can send it off and have it prepped for the kind of power we're going to be making. I was going to put an 8.8 or something in here, have to do a bunch of fab work and whatnot, but then some of the Toyota people told me that they actually build these things and they can stand a decent amount of power. So I guess the rock crawler off-road crowd you know, they're hard on rear ends too. So there's actually a market or an aftermarket that's developed for these rear ends. So at least for the time being, that's what I'm going to do, because this will all just more or less bolt together and get us going pretty quick. But I want to get this process started so that we're not up and running everywhere else and then have no way to attach the rear end to the transmission. So anyhow, let's get this apart and make fun of the powers that be while we do it.
I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
He almost lost his cat. He don't know where it's at. He almost lost his vet. He still ain't found it yet. He almost lost his cat. He don't know where it's at. He almost lost his vet. He still ain't found it yet. He almost lost his cat. He don't know where it's at. He almost lost his vet. He still ain't found it yet.
All right, so there it is. We have birthed a used third member chunk out of this junkyard Toyota rear end. Looks to be entirely usable, in good shape as a core. So that's good. That's what we're looking for. All good there. These things are built like tanks. I don't know how much they'll take ultimately, but I'm hearing that they'll handle 1,000 no problem. I guess we'll find out. But also look at these stock axles. Beefy. Great big, I don't know how many spline they are, but it's like a 1.3 inch or so axle shaft in the middle, you know, so pretty impressive for a stock vehicle. So I can see how they have the reputation that they have. I guess at some point we're probably going to need to upgrade brakes and what on this thing. I don't know what's available. I don't know. I really doubt TBM makes a brake kit for this thing. Although I guess what I'm doing here really is we're expanding and opening up creating a whole new market for TBM to get into if they want to, because as soon as the 2Runner is back on the road, I'm sure there will be tons that want to duplicate this project of a big power daily driver 1996 4Runner. But anyhow, we'll have to find something to go on here at some point. I don't know what's available. I have to look around. But that's enough for today. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. We'll be back here in a few days to start connecting some tubes and getting some more of the intercooler and stuff. The hard part's over with, getting those intercooler tanks on there. I knew that was going to be a bit of a hurdle, but the hard part's done. I think it looks pretty good. It's going to look better when we get done. But anyhow, we'll have another episode here shortly, connecting some of those dots and tying up some other loose ends. And then hopefully very shortly, it's going to go off to wiring and get the terminator wired on there, the dash, and everything that goes with that in the next little bit shortly. And then hopefully before long, it'll be time to make some noise. Anyhow, check back in a few days, whatever. Who cares?
Polishing turds. Mediocrity curve. I can't find the words. This song is absurd. We're polishing turds.